Hey guys, it is I, Kuroninja, and I did something I thought couldn't be done. I watched a full episode of Space Sheriff Shaider. In this video, I'm going to be talking about that episode. Episode 36. The episode where Shaider was in the wrong. Now, I don't really talk about metal heroes that much on this channel, but all you need to know is that Space Sheriff Shaider is about a space sheriff who travels to Earth and fights against the evil Fuuma cult, alongside his companion Annie. Another thing you need to know is that Annie is way more popular than the show itself. Anyway, in episode 36, Fuma's plot is that they're creating home computers called the Yumicom, which have the ability to make whatever people ask for on the keyboard appear. Space Sheriff Shaider, who has been investigating Fuuma this whole episode, finds out about this and tracks them down, destroying their base of operations. This sounds like a standard plot for a Shaider episode, but there was something off with this episode in particular. You see, Fuma's plan in this episode was to use the Yumicom to make everyone lazy. This whole plan relies on assuming everyone would use the Yumicom selfishly. With a computer that can make anything appear, that was marketed as something that can grant people's desires, if this computer ended up in the hands of someone altruistic, they might use this computer to do stuff like ending world hunger. There's nothing in this episode that implies you're not allowed to do that. In fact, Space Sheriff Shaider could have reverse engineered the Yumicom for altruistic purposes, but even after learning about what it does, the first thing he does is destroy it. And I know what you're probably thinking. The Yumicom is a product of Fuuma, so it's evil technology. But there's a whole franchise dedicated to heroes whose powers were originally created for evil purposes. You might not have heard of it. It's called Kamen Rider, and it's one of the most popular tokusatsus out there. Also, unlike many other things that happen in Metal Heroes, from what I understand from watching the episode, there are no side effects from using the Yumicom. Usually there are negative side effects to indicate that the evil organization is evil, but that didn't happen in this episode. Everyone with a Yumicom who became lazy chose to use it that way. Metal Heroes was created at a time when there were a lot of technological developments in Japan, and its themes include how technology can be a tool for good in the right hands. But I feel like this episode goes against these themes, because the Yumicom could be used to help people in need, and it would make a lot of people's lives better. But the series as a whole is still underrated. I just don't like this episode in particular. Anyway, that is all for this video. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, I have nothing to do with Kuroninja.